use the dbt get column values macro, or rather we're going to try and use this and see how we can do that. Now, I've created a table in Snowflake. You can see that I've created a table with a couple of rows of payment types. So if you select from it, you see the payment type, some ID, and then whether things are enabled or not. I've added that to my dbt project as a source right here. So if we try and use that file, and then we can go payment types. So my project is quite bare bones here. It's just table materialization for everything. So if we go and build this, then bar is built, and we select from bar, then it is pretty much the exact same because that's what we did right here. Okay. Now, in order to use this dbt package, we need to install it in our project. So let's go ahead and create a file called packages. And then let's bring that package in. You can see dbt is automatically doing deps here. And then it has, see that it's installing dbt-utils. If we want to check, we can see that, dbt-utils is installed over here. And this tells you that, okay, we do have the latest stuff installed. Now, if we look at the documentation for how we want to use this macro, let's go back into our bar model in here. And the example shows us using ref into a model. So I have another model foo here. I can go ahead and do a ref into foo. And I want to get the column of first name, maybe. So let me do that for a second. I'll call this the results, maybe. For our in results, I just want to have a look at that. So we can go ahead and do that. So first thing first, let's build. Well, this is going to get first name from the foo model. Foo model has just this, so I want to build this first. This has been built. We can see the contents. Foo, and then if we go to bar is using this, selecting the first name. If we compile this model, I got it wrong here. I need to use it. Ginger compile. So we can see that this macro went and fetched some results from that table. It fetched the first name, and then it gave us some results back. So we can do something that's so if we did something like this, if we compile this, then this will be the resulting population of this model. And of course, if we build, we can see the commands that it has sent over to Snowflake. Select, we selected this. This is the macro. This is doing its thing. And then we got the results back, and then we create this. So now if you look at bar, now we have something like this, which is expected. Okay. Now, how can we use the source? So let's go back and go source. payment types. And let's assume I want to get payment type column. And if we do R, we'll look at the payment types. So this returns a list of payment type. So if we do a compilation, then we see each of the different ones. Let's say the documentation allows for the filtering called where. So if we do a where, then we can give it a SQL statement. Payment method equals. So this is an example. So if we look at, maybe I only want where this is enabled. I don't want the PayPal payment type. So I can do where is enabled equals to 1. Now, if I compile this file, then I see we only have that, the one that's enabled. So we can do something as only enabled payment types. So if I compile this, we can see that, but because this is not a valid dbt statement, so we need to do something not loop dot last, and we can go union if. So this will add a union between all of our results. Save. And if I compile this now, this looks valid to me. So if we do a build of our bar model, and we look at the resulting statements, we see that this is the query that the macro sent. Select payment type. This is the where clause which we added. So we got some results back, and then the results went into our model, and then we created the model bar with this content. So now if we select one bar, we only see the enabled payment types as expected. Now, if you try and preview something here, it will likely not work as expected. You can see here, this is not something that dbt can do. If you try to preview this, for example, it's not something that you can do. dbt doesn't allow you to preview just any kind of selection in here. You essentially need to compile, look at the output, and then or build in order to look at the result, right? We can preview this whole model itself by just clicking away and clicking preview, at which point dbt sends a select star from bar. Basically, it runs this. But if you select this and try to preview, dbt will send a select star from dbt-utils get column values. Obviously, if you try and do something like this from Snowflake, then Snowflake is going to throw all sorts of errors because this is 100% not a syntax that's valid SQL. So you can see why you might get some preview errors depending on what you're trying to select. So essentially, if you're using this macro, you kind of want to compile. This is going to get some results back, put it in these results, and then it's going to go through and then put all the necessary information into this array, and then you can see the results like that. Thank you.